Hello crafty friends, welcome to day 3 of Die Cut December. Today I'm going to make a best wishes card for you using these dies, and I'm going to base it on this sketch that I created especially for today. Feel free to take a screenshot now if you'd like to keep a copy for yourself. First things first, I'm going to make a piece of mixed media to die cut from, and yes, you've guessed it, we're going to smush. I've got one lipstick here, haven't used this for a little while. I'm going to put that on my mat, add some water and pick it up with my smusher and smush it on. If you want to know how to make a smusher, I have a video that is linked in this video's description. So that's the whole piece covered with lots of variation and white peeking through, which I really like. I'm going to dry it with my hairdryer. So that's dry enough. What I'm going to do now is use this as a stamp. So I've got a large embossing folder and I'm going to put some Wild Honey Distress Oxide all over it. I was thinking about using my brayer, but I think for this technique I can just swipe, and we'll do both sides. Now I'm going to give that a little spritz with some water just to help the ink to move and transfer onto my bit of paper. So let's say we'll just go up this end, put some scrap paper over it so I can kind of hold things still and not get my hands all mucky and everything, and just press down. I think I might have shifted it a bit, but hey ho. There we go. So now I've got a lovely warm textural piece. This I'm going to put to one side and just run under the tap later. And to bring in some shimmer and shine, I'm going to spatter with this very dark copper metallic paint. Knock off as much liquid as I can get away with so that I get fairly small blobs. That's all dry now, and what I want to do is die cut some squares to put on my card front. And I've got this frame die. I don't want the frame for this card, but I will keep them. I want the square on the inside. It just happens to be the perfect size square. If you want lots of tricks and tips and ideas and hacks for die cutting, then check out the previous videos in this series. They're all in my Die Cut December 2024 playlist. I've got 4 lovely frames there which will definitely make their way onto another card. And I've got 4 squares, and on the sketch you can see that the squares on 2 of the corners have been rounded. So I'm going to arrange these like this and round some corners. The pattern doesn't match up as it would on the embossing folder, but that's okay. And I've got my corner rounder here. It's just a metal punch, and I'm going to push my squares into the corner. Obviously if you've got a die that cuts this kind of shape, then use that. So I've already put a stitched white card panel onto my card blank, so that's ready to go. And they're going to go in there like that. They're a little bit bigger than the squares that are on there, but that's absolutely fine. If you wanted, you could turn them out so that they've all got a point pointing out. That would give you a slightly different look. I'm just umming and ahhing about whether to put them up on foam. I think I'm going to put them flat and then put the rest up on foam. So that's the middle of the card. I'm going to point the tip of my top and bottom towards that. I'm really struggling with word finding today. I don't know what it is, but stringing a sentence together is a real problem today. Anyway, I've put some high-tack PVA glue on my mat, and I shall dip that in so the whole of the back gets covered, and then I will, I think, touch to the tip of that to my pencil mark, and I think that's about straight. Pop a bit of non-stick paper over the top, press it down so that it's all nice and stuck and everything stays clean. On the sketch, I've got a circle. It doesn't have to be a circle, it's just there to represent something. So I've die cut out this really lovely foliage from smooth white card, and I'm going to colour it. I want it to be a warm colour in the same kind of colours as the background, but I want it to stand off. So I've got abandoned coral, which is a bit darker than the warm lipstick. I've put my die cut on my grip mat, and that will stop it flying around as I'm trying to colour it. I've also put it back into the bit that I die cut it from, and that will help me to not bend or smash it about when I put the colour on. So that's rather nice. I think it could do with a little something behind it. I'm sort of tempted to put wax on it, gilding wax or spatters or something, but I like the fact that it is a solid colour against this more soft, patchy, ethereal background. So I think I might leave it as it is, but as I say, put something behind it. I think just a little circle, a stitched white cardstock circle. I don't think it needs anything else on it. But what we do need is a sentiment, and this is a best wishes card. On my sentiment, I've got this little capital font stamp. I'll stamp it in, let's go black, I think, just to make it pop. I'm stamping it on this bit of scrap paper because I'm going to do what I did yesterday and use it to position my jig. So I can put my die cut in there, and I can ink up my stamp and stamp it, and hopefully it will be in the right position. So that could go on there like that. I don't need to chop it down because I can hide it underneath the circle. So I've just lined the B up with the middle point. I did raise this up on craft foam. It's very thin, 1mm thick by 3mm wide. It's from Sticks too. It's very good. Comes in little rolls. Put foam on the back of this as well, but not where it's going to cross over the sentiment piece. I think that's level enough, and I've tried to get this gap here similar to this gap here, so it's kind of balanced. So, and this is going to go on here like this. I might put a bit of foam underneath that just to keep it secure. To adhere this down, I'll put a little bit of matte gel medium on the back. I put 2 foam pads, one on top of the other, so they're about 2mm thick. So that'll lift that up a little bit, roughly to the level of the card here, card and foam. And I do the same with those 2 there, just to stop them getting caught on things or flapping around. I'm just going to add a little bit of extra abandoned coral to this scrap. I'm going to use this dotty die to cut some tiny little dots. So I've got plenty there, and I shall just dot a few around. Let me think where. The human eye really likes odd numbers, and especially the number 3. You've probably heard of the rule of thirds, the rule of 3s. So I'm going to put 3 up there, 3 below, and then see how we get on. When positioning things, unless you deliberately want them to look like they're meant to be in a line, try avoid putting them in vertical or horizontal lines. Try staggering them a bit. Right, that is this best wishes card done. Don't go away just yet, because I've got loads of this left and quite a few ideas on how to adapt this sketch to different dies. So I'm going to do that off camera and come back and show you the other cards that I've made based on this sketch using dies and this. Right, see you in a tick. Right, I'm back and I've made 6 more cards for you. This is the one you've just seen me make, and I followed the sketch pretty closely. I think it would look maybe a little bit more elegant if these were smaller, but I didn't have a smaller square die. For my next card, I used a square postage stamp die and die cut out 4 square postage stamps. I also die cut one from Smooth White Card and heat embossed in rose gold Best Wishes. And then I used this flower die to create some 2-layer flowers using abandoned coral cardstock, and I dotted those around. I did want to give my flowers leaves, but I didn't want to bring in another colour, so I went for white leaves and used this to cut some foliage from Smooth White Card, and then I snipped it down and used the little leaves, tucked them around here and there, and that's card number 2. For card number 3, I used a tag to die cut from a background and placed them in this orientation on here. So we've got some rounded edges, but they're a slightly different shape. For my sentiment, I die cut Best Wishes from copper glitter cardstock. I did put the wishes on top of a vellum outline, but it's not all that visible, so I could probably have omitted that. To decorate it, I used that same flower and leaf die combination, and I forgot to say I put copper Nouveau drops in the flower centres. I did manage to get a smudgy fingerprint there, which I will figure out a way to deal with later. I might end up cutting this portion out and then just sticking it on a whole new card. Card number 4 has quite a geometric feel to it. I just used a stitched square die, and then I cut the words Best Wishes from some black cardstock that I'd covered in clear packing tape. This stuff here, and that just makes them glossy. I also added an arrow here to point at the start of the sentiment. If you wanted to add some bits along here, some black dots or something, that would be fun. And this might work well with a different colour scheme. You could do greens and blues or browns. I think it's quite angular and could be quite earthy. For card number 5, I changed things up a bit. So you can still see this arrangement here, but I stretched it out using these long diamond dies. They've got a bit of stitching around them as well. And then I shifted it over to the left just for something a bit different. For my sentiment, I die cut Best Wishes using this die from black glitter cardstock, and I backed it with white so it stood out and is quite chunky. I didn't add any flowers or any other embellishments to it because I wanted to do a pared down, simple, basic version. For card number 6, I decided to use cogs, so I went from the angular background bits to something round and slightly softer, although they are jaggedy because they're cogs. And I arranged them in a similar design, overlapping them a little bit. Before I stuck them down though, I went over them with a bit of luster wax. This is Sizzix luster wax in rose gold. I always have to look, but I'm sure it's rose gold. Where does it say? Yes, rose gold. Just to give them a bit more shimmer and shine and to bring out some texture and edges. I then die cut this foliage from copper glitter cardstock and put it to the left as per the sketch. And I stamped a Best Wishes in black to help it stand out and die cut it out with this stitched rectangle die. I fancied adding a few sprinkles to this, so I used my little pot of copper cardstock glittery sprinkles. I made those using this cover plate die, and I dotted a few around, 3 below, 3 above to give a bit of a sense of flow, and I topped them off with some glossy accents to give them a little bit of dimension and some gloss. And for my last card, this I think is my favourite card of all of them. You'll have to let me know what your favourite is in the comments. I think it's my favourite because there's lots of white space. These little frames I cut with this frame die are closest to this size. They're actually a little bit smaller, so it's quite condensed. There's lots of white space around it and white space in the middle. I used a stamp to stamp wishes, and I die cut the best from black glitter cardstock. And then I used this rectangle die to die cut out the rectangle. So I cut it out as one long bit and then shuffled the end along and cut it again so that it was the right size. And then all I did to embellish it was add 3 little flowers. Each one has got a leaf or 2, and that was that one finished. I do hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you some ideas of things you can do with dies that you already have in your stash. If it has, please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell and come back for day 4 of Die Cut December tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.